What's going on, people? King Rich is back again with another reaction. Yeah, big up to everybody that supports the channel, likes the videos, all that good stuff. So boom, we've got a very interesting video we're going to look at. We've got a Indian woman here with her black boyfriend, and basically she's going to talk about how she kept it a secret from her parents, right? So I think this is a very interesting topic in relation to interracial dating and the dynamic between the Indian community and the black community, because most of the time when we talk about interracial dating, we're usually talking about black people and white people, but obviously there's more different unions that happen out there in the world, and this is actually quite a common union that is happening more than ever, especially in East London, right? So I think that this would be interesting. So yeah, boom, let's get into this reaction. You can see them right there. Make sure you like the video. Let's see what we got.
Oh my god, why are you with someone that's black? Or why stuff like that is just disgusting.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Just think, like, you're Indian, you know what it feels like. You're seeing a black person, and the first thing you want to do is say all these slurs and stuff. As an Indian, as someone who's Indian, seeing my own people saying that, it makes me feel sick. You guys are disgusting, like actually disgusting. Well, I was really nervous to tell my parents. You know, it's quite a scary thing to do. So
Yeah, I've seen a lot of examples.
yeah, I've not seen any interracial.
Yo, the first thing I have to say, yeah, and you lot know I'm all about health and fitness, right? The first thing I'm going to say is, brother, why have you allowed yourself to get so overweight, bro? Like, calorie deficit diet from the top. I know this is not what this video is about, but like, especially guys, especially us black guys, please, I'm begging you, look after yourselves. Don't let yourself go, bruh. Look after yourself. But anyway, back to what the topic of the video. She was saying it was scary for her to tell her family about him for the pure reason that he's a black guy. And she outlined that a lot of times she's heard people from her community say a lot of, like, basically nasty things about black people, you know, and like, big up to her for, you know, calling it out. But anyway,
Relationship, or just relationships, really.
Yeah, we were getting serious in our relationship.
Yeah.
I was talking, and I said that you need to tell your parents or we can't work. Like, it was an ultimatum of tell your parents or we have to break up.
crazy.
Okay, so the first question we got was, so when did we first meet? What was the first thing we noticed and liked about
So we met in school.
the first time? Yeah, we met
First
second
time
school.
we were about 13 years old.
Mhm.
I don't know what I thought about you. I think you were just a bit strange.
I thought she was kind of a shy loner girl. What were the things that
You
we liked
used to
about each other
just
though?
you used to just say like weird things to me. But I did appreciate that you would come and speak to me in school.
And she was kind of just a loner girl. She'd kind of stand in the corner and face the wall.
That's
You were-
not.
There you were. You were like kind of, you know,
No.
shy, loner.
Yeah, I was shy, so it was nice to just have
Like loner as well.
no. So it was just
Isn't it interesting that they met in school days? They were like 13 years old when they first met, because you got to be very, very analytical in these kind of situations. If these two had met at this age, do you think they would have coupled up? In my learned opinion, I don't think that they probably would have coupled up if they didn't have that early developmental coming together. Like, they didn't meet each other at such an early stage in life. I think if they had met each other later on in life, they probably wouldn't have gravitated to each other. But anyway,
just nice to have a conversation with one. I was not alone. I had friends.
Yeah, what was the
big up to James for the super chat. He says he's talking about something that's got nothing to do with what we're talking about, so we're gonna carry on. But big up to him for super chatting though.
first things that we liked about each other then? I guess this is
Yeah,
when we started.
probably your personality.
Yeah.
Oh, back then or now?
When we started,
Oh,
when we romantically started speaking.
probably you're a good listener. You let me yap.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it was the relatability. I didn't expect to relate on so many things, and like quite alike. So that's probably the most.
And let me make this point as well. Looking at this guy, does this guy look like a Tyrone to you? Because the reality is, from what I can see, this guy is not a Tyrone at all. This guy is more someone on the average side of things. The way he speaks is very mild-mannered, you know. And unfortunately, in our community, the black community, I don't think that a lot of black women would look at this guy as a select guy that they are trying to couple up with. You know, this is the kind of guy that probably, if the options are all dried up, then they would probably pick him. Do you get what I'm saying? And I say that with all due respect. Like, the guy's a bit overweight. He's pretty average looking, you know. Like, a lot of black women, they want a Tyrone. They want a certain archetype of black male they find attractive. And I think that this type of guy, he was always going to kind of attract more of an interracial dating dynamic, I think. Like, of course, there are some black women that would have probably got with him, but, you know, someone in the chat said he's tall though. Bruh, tall is not everything, bruh. Like, tall is not everything. Someone said he looks tall. I don't know how you can see someone looks tall from sitting down, but anyway, let's carry on.
I think when we first started, it was just natural. Like, it wasn't forced.
Yeah.
We didn't have to try, you know, force a conversation, and just naturally.
Yeah, we just had lots of good conversations.
Yeah.
So just topics naturally came.
When you're having a conversation and you're like, oh, you're glued to your phone.
Yeah.
And you're like, I want to know what's happening next, like a movie. That's when, you know, like, it's not forced.
Nice.
So I think we both kind of felt like that. Or
Yeah.
like, I need more, give me more, I need to know more.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just based on something more than like surface level stuff. You know, some people talk, okay, what's your favorite color? Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah, just went on a ski trip. Like, we were talking about some real like stuff, you know, personality traits, you know, history, you know, things that we struggle with in life, like all of that.
I just catching up on like the year to miss and the year in school. It's quite nice. It's like a catch up.
Yeah. What was your first time meeting in person like?
I was nervous because I hadn't seen you in years. Were you nervous?
I wouldn't say I was
stressed.
I wouldn't say I was nervous, but I guess I didn't know what to expect quite yet. So, you know, it'd been a while since I'd seen you in person, like years.
Let me ask you guys watching, what would you rate her out of 10 and what would you rate him out of 10? What would you rate her out of 10 and what would you rate him out of 10? And then the next question I want to ask you is, do you guys watching, everybody watching, do you think that this type of black guy is the type of black guy that majority of black women would want to couple up with? Just based on how he looks and how he speaks. Because in my opinion, I don't think the majority of black women would look at him and think that, oh, he's the type of guy that I want. Like, solely based on the physicalities. I can't see how tall he is, but I can see that he's overweight. He's pretty like average looking, hair, everything. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it real. So what do you rate her out of 10? Would you rate him out of 10? And do you think that a lot of black women would find him attractive? Simple questions.
Nervous, I think.
I don't think it was awkward. I think it was just kind of like, we hadn't seen each other in a while. So it was like, you know, introductions. I kind of met you when you were with your friend. We met in London for the first time. And I don't think it was awkward. I think it was quite natural. Just, you know, you can't really be bored or things go awkward in London. There's so much going on. You just, you know, go on the tube. There's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was okay. I think our first meeting was good. How did your families or people around you react to your relationship at first?
Ooh.
Well, I was really nervous to tell my parents. So I just texted them. I was like, I like someone, and I was like really stressed out because obviously they're Indian and you know, it's quite a scary thing to do. So
I've seen a lot of examples.
Yeah, I've not seen any interracial relationships or just relationships really.
Yeah.
So
taboo.
Yeah. So then I was like, I don't know what to do. I texted them and they were like, okay, let's talk about it.
But I think we're missing a bit of backstory is that we were getting serious in our relationship.
Yeah.
I was talking. And I said that you need to tell your parents or we can't work. Like it was an ultimatum of tell your parents or we have to break up. So I said that I put a bit of pressure on her.
You did.
Yo, I respect this guy, boy. Hey, big up to Johnny Speed for the super chat. He says, tall is everything, King. It's height then looks, etc. I mean, bruh, like, you can think that, but, bruh, that's not what this video is about, all right? Because at the end of the day, if this guy could be 6'9", he's still got the same face, he's still got the same haircut, he still has the same way he speaks. Like, if you think that's just being tall makes you a Tyrone, I mean, I just don't agree. I just don't agree. I'm sorry. James, big up James for the super chat. He says, bro, like, I don't really understand why you're trying to derail this conversation. Like, I don't really understand why. So I'm just going to carry on with what we're talking about here. So anyway, basically, she's saying that it was scary for her to tell her parents. And the reason why it's scary is because you know that 9 times out of 10, Indian parents are probably going to object to their daughter dating a black guy. That's why. That's why it's scary. And he just made the ultimatum that, like, boom, either you tell your family or we're not doing this anymore. And that actually goes to show that he really, really was serious about her. So, you know, I'm guessing the family should have taken that as like, you know, this guy's not a joke. But anyway.
Was a bit.
You did. I was a bit not happy.
Yeah.
Actually,
It was pressure on her,
stress.
but it was necessary.
I was like, oh my god, like this is too much.
But pressure creates diamonds, and she turned out to handle that like a diamond. So she, you know, it did take a while, a bit of convincing.
Yeah, a few months of me just going back and forth.
Ooh, not months, but yeah,
Weeks, maybe.
weeks. It was weeks, and
Go back and forth.
back
and
and
he's like,
forth.
come on, you can do
you
this.
can do this. You're ready.
Oh my god, I was so scared.
She was very scared. She was very nervous. I'd imagine when she told me that she texted her mom and just threw her phone across the room and just put her head in the pillow.
I was like,
So-
I was sitting on the floor and all my flatmates were with me, and I was like, guys, I'm gonna do it now. I texted them, and I was like, guys, and they were like holding my hand. They were like, no stress.
Like a
I'd like to know exactly what you texted your mum. Did you say, Mum, I've got a boyfriend? Or did you say, Mum, I'm dating a black guy?
movie scene, because our relationship was also hanging on in the balance, because we kind of spoke and we said, you know, obviously if they don't accept us,
Then
we can't be together, because we don't want to raise kids in an environment where they can't see their grandparents, and it'd just be really hard.
We didn't want.
We didn't want to hide. We wanted to
That
go
might
to
be a
each
bit
other.
controversial, but
Yeah,
we didn't really want that.
I think I admire people that do it. It's very difficult to do, but the amount of like trauma and stress you have to go through, constantly battling, it's more hard work.
Yeah, like I rather like spend some time convincing my parents or like letting them come.
Obviously, some of them can't be.
Yeah.
Those ones can't. be
Letting them
convinced.
come to terms with it.
Yeah.
Obviously, if they didn't for years, then
I think it also depends on
that'll
like,
be hard.
you know, why they're being convinced. Is it because, you know, is it based on like, okay, I don't want my daughter or my son to be with this person for these specific reasons. Maybe she doesn't have a job or whatever it is, right? Valid reasons, that's fair. But if it's just because of race, then I don't think, you know, people can be convinced of that.
Yeah.
So that was the ultimatum. And the first time was, you know, I went to meet her parents not too long after that, I think. We met in real life after I picked her up. We went on a short day and I brought her back. You know, shook both her parents' hands, had a little chat. It was more of an introduction, a hi and bye thing. And now we've reached the stage where she's met my parents as well. And her introduction to my parents was, you know, I told them, you know, who I was dating. They asked me where she's from. I said, yep, she's Indian and everything like that. They asked me a lot of questions about it. You know, they were interested at first, curious. But once they met her, I think they finally understood, okay, like this is a good person, you know.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Black people tend to be more welcoming of other cultures. Yeah, press 1 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Black people tend to be more open-minded and more tolerant of other cultures being introduced into their family, whereas other communities tend to be less welcoming. So you bringing your Indian girlfriend to meet your parents is less of an issue. Way less. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some black people or black parents that are gonna make it an issue, blah blah blah. But I just don't think they're as hardcore with that kind of discrimination. I think that black people get discriminated heavily by all other ethnic groups in terms of being integrated into their families. Like that is 100%. I put money on that, and I think everybody has that understanding. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah. Anyway,
she's got a good job, a good career. I can see a bit of her personality, because that's what my parents are like. They trust but verify, right? So they see it, and then they make their thing from there. So now we've met each other's parents. We've been over to each other's places. It's cordial. It's cordial. Cultural differences. What's one cultural difference or habit that surprised you or confused you or made you laugh?
For me, I already said this to you, didn't I?
The spaghetti in the rice.
Oh, that's weird. I'm sorry. That's wrong.
That's not wrong, because you guys have Onam Sadia, right?
Yeah.
And there's so many different things you guys are
But
mixing.
they actually work.
But we think that
Spaghetti
works.
and
We think
rice.
that works.
Spaghetti and rice are 2 carbohydrates.
who the hell is eating spaghetti and rice? Hold on. Where's this guy even from, bro? Because they're talking about differences in culture, and they're talking about he likes spaghetti and rice. Who's eating spaghetti with rice? Bro, that's why you need a calorie deficit diet, my brother. That's why your cheeks are swollen, bruv, because you're eating spaghetti and rice all day, bruv. What the hell is this? What country did they do that?
Yeah.
Why would you have 2 carbohydrates in the same dish?
It's like eating rice and potatoes.
That's wrong.
There is something in your culture that would probably be similar. Imagine eating lentils and rice. What about dal and rice?
Dal is protein.
It's more carbs than protein. It's like 2 grams of protein per.
No, it's always 19.
Okay.
Brother, stop arguing. You eating spaghetti and rice is ridiculous.
So like lentils and rice, which people eat.
Yeah, that's fine.
Lentil curry and rice, that's carbs and carbs.
No.
It might as well be. Lentils are pretty low. You know that's right. Lentils are more carbs than protein.
Guys, the spaghetti is always plain as well. It's just plain. Oh.
It's not plain. You have no idea what you're talking
No,
about.
I had it.
You know what?
And also, they have like a bowl of water to wash their hands while they're eating that with their hands. I don't think we have that in India. But that was like, oh.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, you have a bowl of warm water to wash your hands while you're eating, eating food.
I think that's good. I think we probably have that.
I think what surprised me the most about your culture, probably how into movies and that sort of like social media. Like I don't think I've ever seen a culture more interested and accepting. Do you know what I mean? Open of social media and like posting and movies. Like they're quite into that sort of genre.
So we're like Americans. They're very happy to be in camera. Whereas in the UK, they're not.
Yeah, the UK.
They're just very open. They're open. They're willing to like partake.
But when I see people filming and they're like, and they cover their photo and they'll film it. So that's probably the most surprising part.
Are they not like that in Ghana?
Oh, so he's from Ghana. So what, is there anyone from Ghana watching? You lot eat spaghetti and rice. I've never heard of that before, boy. Like, that's mad. I know you lot like eating boiled egg. I know you lot love boiled egg, but spaghetti and rice together, bruh, you must be doing bodybuilding, or you just, I don't know, bruv. You're in bulking season.
I haven't been there since 2011, and I wasn't filming. I didn't see anyone filming back then either, to be honest. 2011 was a different time, so I don't even think streaming and all that was a thing. So based on the videos I see, they're receptive, but I wouldn't say people are flocking to jump in front of the camera.
Hey, make sure you're all liking the video, man. All you guys watching, make sure you all like the video, all right? Don't forget to do that. Like, hype, share, all that good stuff, yeah? This guy's from Ghana eating spaghetti and rice, bruv. I don't understand it. Anyway, they're saying, what has been the hardest part of your relationship and how did you both get through it? Let's see.
What has been the hardest part of your relationship and how did you both get through it together? We know the answers to this question. It's 2 different situations. First, being long distance.
Yeah.
And second,
telling my parents.
Telling her parents. So we've kind of already touched on telling the parents and how that was difficult. What was the way that we helped each other get through that.
So with that, we realized that we need to be able to have a relationship with our parents, to be able to speak to them just openly about something else or just things in general that's going on in our life, not just about the relationship. Can you openly talk to your parents and say, like, Mom, Dad, I don't want to do this course anymore, or I don't want to play football, I don't want to do this club that you made me join? Like, can you openly speak to them and say that?
But the way we got through that together was we communicated, like a rude approach communication. Like, she would explain what she was going through, I would explain. Listening, communicating, going back and forth with each other, having healthy arguments as well. She had different disagreements on how I thought we should have done it, and same in vice versa. It's good to have those, like, everything wasn't kumbaya. We did have disagreements. We did, have different ways of how we'd handle it.
Yeah, what kind of disagreements? This is the thing. They're kind of like kind of glossing over the situation. Like, they're basically just making it sound like, oh, she was scared to tell her parents that she had this Ghana boyfriend, yeah, and that basically he gave her the ultimatum: I've got to tell you, or I'm not gonna be with you no more. And basically that's it. And then, like, basically she just texted her mum, I'm with this guy, and then that was it. And then he met them, and then that was it. But I want to know the conversations that took place between the girl and her parents before they met the boy, before they met this guy. Because I'm sure it wasn't just plain sailing. I'm sure it wasn't just an overnight, oh, okay, that's cool, you got a black boyfriend now. I'm sure they did not really want that for your life. Let's be real. I've got Indian mates. I got an Indian female friend of mine that I've known for years, and she told me straight up, like in a lot of times in a lot of Indian households, not all, but a lot of times, like, the Indian parents will tell the daughters, do not bring no black guy home. And that's straight up. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, boy, I mean, I'm sure there was more conversation that was had than her just saying, hey, mom and dad, this is my black boyfriend. And then they was like, oh, okay. Has he got a job? Is he a stand-up guy? All right, cool. He's a nice guy. Cool. I'm sure there was more turbulence to it, bro. Let's keep it real, cuz. Let's keep it real.
So I think all of that was important. The key thing during those things, and the long distance as well, was that we aren't fighting each other. We're just fighting the thing that...
Fighting the situation.
Yeah, that's right there. And long distance is really difficult, especially because we're at uni, different courses.
Doing, like, placement and trying to find time.
Different schedules. I was doing a different course as well. I had a different schedule. So it was hard to find time at both sides. But we got through that. And without focusing on the future, we wouldn't have been here now. What are you most excited about in the future, and what advice would you give to couples in an interracial relationship? So, you know, answer the first one about most excited in the future together.
I'm excited to go to Ghana.
Ooh,
wow!
I'm also excited to go to India, but I think the most exciting thing is, like, just going to like, kind of bigger than that, like going to loads of countries, like going to America, going to South America,
just traveling together.
Yeah, I think that would be really good.
Let me tell you one thing, like, again, black people are more welcoming than other communities. I think black people are the most welcoming to include other communities. Like, when you go to Ghana as a couple, she's going to get welcomed. Yeah? She's going to get welcomed. When you go to India as a couple, I don't know if you're going to get that same level of welcoming and tolerance. I don't know. Like, I doubt it. I'm just going to be honest. Press 1 in the chat if you agree with me, if you know what I'm talking about, bro. I just don't think that he's going to get the same level of welcome, open arms that she will get going to Ghana. I just don't see it, bro. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And they haven't even talked about religion. They have not even talked about religion, because that's another big factor in your relationships. Do you get what I'm saying? They haven't even touched on that. So that's really interesting. But everybody, please like the video now. Half of you could like the video right now. So please do that.
That would be really
and filming it, vlogging.
Yeah.
As far as what advice would we give to couples with interracial relationships?
Is that if your parents aren't okay with it, probably not gonna work out.
And if you're panicking, not just for weeks, because that's normal, as in like if someone's never spoken about a relationship, they might need a little bit of time. But if it's like a year, if it's 6 months, if it's 9 months of not being able to tell your parents that
Like,
you're dating someone,
yeah, are you actually serious?
are you
about
serious?
this?
Are you stringing that person along? Is it fair to carry on saying, I'm going to tell my parents when you're not?
So make sure both of your intentions are clear and you.
See, this is interesting, bro. Like, bruh, this is so interesting because their advice to interracial relationships, people in interracial relationships, they're saying if your parents are not okay with it, then your relationship's not gonna work. I want you lot to be very clear on what they're saying right here. And it's more the girl saying it. It's more this Indian girl saying it. If my parents was not okay with me dating this black guy, the relationship was not going to work. Now, in my opinion, I think this. You need to be with the person who makes you happy, who respects you, and is on your program, like you are on the same wave. Now, if that's somebody from another community, but it works, your relationships works with them, I personally think that you should do what's best for you. You're not in a relationship with your parents, you're in a relationship with your partner. And if your parents don't accept your, if your parents do not accept your partner, then bruh, like that's just them. At the end of the day, you're creating your own family now. You're creating a new family. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't really agree with what they're saying. Like, obviously, it's going to be tough. And it depends how much you really care about this person and do you really see this actually going somewhere. Do you get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if your parents don't approve, I mean, well, tough luck, innit? Like, do you get what I'm saying? If this is the person for you, this is the person for you. Do you get what I'm saying? You're a grown adult. You're going to have to make some tough decisions in life that I'm sure a lot of those decisions your parents are not going to agree with. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, now, some people may disagree with that, but I don't know. That you don't have to agree with everything I say. But anyway, let's get the likes up on the video, man. What is going on? Some of you lot just sit there, and I guess you lot just don't like me, but you are addicted to watching me like some weirdos. But don't be an egg your whole life. Like the video, all right?
Guys, because it is an interracial relationship, you do have to take those extra steps, and it might seem like,
am I doing too much?
Yeah, it might seem like that, but it's really important for the interracial relationship to work.
I agree, because I think we're from the UK, and normally with white relationships, that's not something that is a big deal.
No.
Isn't they come over, and it's like they could even come over after they just really like started talking.
Yeah.
Over here, I think sometimes people think, oh, if I introduce him to my parents, that means we're getting married tomorrow. But it doesn't have to be like that. It's just, I'm taking him seriously.
Yeah.
It's what we're doing. This is who I'm with.
It's also showing your partner that you respect them enough
to show
you're not hiding in their bedroom.
Yeah. And I think because of that stigma and taboo of it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying every white person, but in the UK we see a lot with white people. They aren't scared of that, and I think that really helps. When their relationship fails, it's because someone like did something wrong or it didn't go well, not because the parents are like, hey, what's going on? Like 80% of the time.
Yeah.
So I think for interracial relationships and any interracial parents watching it, I think it's important. If you brought your child up in the UK, you can't expect what?
You can't expect them to just marry their race.
You can't expect them to adopt all the
cultural things.
They're
like,
in England.
They're in England. They're learning to speak the language.
Yeah.
They're hanging out with people of multiple
skin colors, backgrounds.
They're hanging out with people that are from different backgrounds.
Asia, Africa, everywhere.
Well, to expect
and that's very true. Like, especially if you're like a lot of parents that were born and raised in other countries, right? A lot of they will come to a country like the UK, have kids, and then expect their kids to live like they are back home, right? And it's just not. It's not feasible. That doesn't work, bro. Like if you come from India or any other countries in Africa and you've grown up a certain way, you have a certain tradition, blah blah blah, and then you born and raised children in another country, it's just like, but they're not gonna be like how you was. They're not gonna be like the kids back home. They are first generation British or American or whatever. They're gonna be different. They're socialized different. They're going to be exposed to all different types of people from different backgrounds and cultures and stuff like that. And yes, the possibility that they might want to date somebody outside their culture and ethnic group is very, very possible. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, that is a very real aspect.
To a child to do all of that, acclimatize with the environment, but not date someone.
Yeah, or not even seen it as a possibility.
Yeah, come on, guys.
I think, yeah, again, the best advice we have for them is not only thingy, but tell the parents as early as possible. So as soon as you guys have that conversation of like, okay, this isn't just a talk, like we actually want to go forward now.
Yeah.
You need to go and say, okay, I'm interested in telling your parents.
I want to know how long it took before she told her parents. You see, they're not telling us the full story, man. How long did it take? But from the time you lot was like, all right, cool, we're seeing each other now, till the point of she went and texted her mum that I'm dating a black boy. I want to know how long that took, because I don't think that was a quick process, bro. That took a while, bro. That took a while.
Without that, you're not going to get anywhere. And if it goes in 3 years and it gets all messy. So, bonus question. What's one moment in your relationship that made you realize this is my person? I think that, again, it kind of comes back to the two most difficult parts of our relationship, but being able to survive that long distance and then her also telling her parents the strength it took to do that. I think that said, okay, this is, maybe not exactly this is my person. That's a bit cringy, to be honest. But like, as in this person's serious, like this red string theory, this is my person, soulmates. I don't really believe in that. I just live in the present.
I think probably how thoughtful Bonzi is. I think he thinks about the tiny little things that I say and he remembers them. And I think that's important. I can't pinpoint an exact moment, but like over the scheme of the relationship, you're just very thoughtful, and the little things that you've done have made me realize that you're serious.
I know he probably spends a lot of money on her, bro. I know he's proper doing the provider role for this chick. Absolutely, you could not tell me otherwise. He's taking her out, spending money. He's probably got a decent job, and he's proper fulfilling the role that her parents probably are demanding him to play. Do you get what I'm saying? Because for her parents to accept him, I know that, they have high expectations and dating requirements on the daughter's behalf. Do you get what I'm saying? Especially being a black guy, and now, if they stay together and have kids, they're going to be, mixed race kids. Do you know what I mean? So, boy, this is a really interesting thing. But again, I want to know how long it took for her to tell her parents, and then I want to know the kind of conversations that she had with her parents, because she has not said anything, and I'm sure that it wasn't all roses, sunshine, and ice cream. I just don't believe it was. I think that there was a stage or a phase where she had to proper convince them that he's a decent guy. He's nothing stereotypical. Do you get what I'm saying? Because a lot of other communities have a lot of stereotyped mindset towards black people, and this is how it is. And a lot of times we don't even know how deep it runs, because we're not in the rooms with them when they're talking about us. Press 1 in the chat if you get what I'm saying. Like, we're not in the room with them when they're just amongst themselves, and when the conversation of black people come up, or interracial dating with black people come up, we're not in the room with them to really know exactly what they're saying. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because I think that if we was in those rooms and we was a fly on the wall, I think that we'd be kind of disappointed. To be honest, I think we'd be very disappointed on what a lot of people say about us behind our backs. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's just a point. But anyway, man, I'm gonna leave it there. I think I've done enough. And plus, guys, I'm about to go and do a podcast with Fatty, Team Fatty, and Ali. I'm about to go and do a podcast with them. Yeah, that's gonna be sick with Untouchables. So make sure you go to Fatty, Team Fatty's channel, Ali's channel, Untouchables, and you can check me out over there. And we should be on in about 20 minutes. So that's going to be live. So look out for that. That's coming up. But anyway, with that being said, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. The union between black guys and Indian women happens actually a lot more than you think. Do you get what I'm saying? It happens quite a lot in East London. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not as mainstream as, you know, black with white, you know, black guys with white women, etc., etc. But it happens more than you think, innit? So I thought that this was a very interesting video to make. So anyway, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Leave a like, leave a hype. Even put a super thanks there. If you really, really like what I'm doing over here and you like the work rate, please super thanks and all of that good stuff. Also, if you want me to be your personal trainer, hit me up on Instagram. My Instagram is KingRichesOfficial. If you want me to be your personal trainer, no matter where you are in the world, I can help you out, get your fitness goals, all that good stuff. And yeah, with that being said, I'm closing up shop. I'll be back again with more live streams, more videos, more everything. And yeah, with that being said, take care of yourselves. I'm out. Peace.